This is the SAU Report, a program featuring interviews with the faculty, staff, students, and alumni of Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.
Welcome to this edition of the SAU Report. I'm Jordan Babineaux.
And I'm Mary Ligon.
Our guest today is Mila Chtcherbakova, a Russian exchange student. Mila, tell us, how did you first hear about or learn about Southern Arkansas University?
Actually, there is an exchange program between our university, the Moscow Pedagogical State University in Moscow, and SAU. And this program has been since year 1992. And each semester, our university chooses 2 students, so 4 students a semester who have good grades and who are active in social life at the university, and they give them the opportunity to come here.
So the field can be extremely big as far as them choosing from, right?
Yeah, because our school, the School of Foreign Languages, has 150 students, and so they choose 4 students a year. So the competition is really strong.
Well, what do you like best right here at SAU?
I can say that it's quite a new experience for me because we do not live on campus, and so all the experience here is different. The system of education, people are very different. So first we were a little bit shocked by the attitude and by behavior, but now I think that I've got used to it, and probably now I'm acting like you are.
Are they nice to you? Are people nice to you?
Yeah, and before just an hour trip from Shreveport to the university, Dr. Watt, who is the coordinator in this exchange program, he wonders that people say hello to everybody, even if they do not know you.
Right.
So we are used to saying hello to everybody nowadays.
Yeah, that's the way this school has came about, you know, being able to speak to everyone, knowing everyone, you know, because it's not that big of a university. So tell us, did you have any complications or any problems getting here from the...
Yeah, in fact, I had a lot of complications, and first of all, I was supposed to come here last spring semester, and but there went something wrong with the documents, and that's why I couldn't. And in spring, I got invitations once again, and actually the major problems are with the embassy, because after the event on September 11th, not many Russian people are given visa, and I know that many people are refused. But I had no problems at the embassy. I was actually lucky, I think, because there was supposed to come another girl, the 4th girl, and she was refused. But I had no problems. I just, first in the airport I was checked. Before coming here I was searched. They pulled all my things out of my suitcase, then we had to put them back, so it was quite embarrassing, not very pleasant.
Okay, well, they just went to the airport security, right?
Yeah, but just in Moscow, because my friend Tanish is also from Russia. She was searched 2 times in New York and in Atlanta. I was searched, but just in Russia, in Moscow, before departure.
Wow.
Okay, you said that last semester you were selected to come here. Did you have to resubmit an application or something of any sort to come back in here this fall?
No, just as it happened, the university, SAU, that knew that the students who were chosen, they were very upset and stressed. And they decided that to give us this opportunity once again, just to try to check the documents. So we had no problems with this. No reapplication.
Okay.
Well, who here at SAU has made a big difference in your life so far?
Well, I've met a lot of people here, new people and very interesting people that have contributed to my perception of the world, of career, of my future. For example, we communicate a lot with Michel Hello. He's a Belgian professor. He teaches French, and he's really a smart person, and he takes us a lot. He took us a lot to Louisiana and to different places.
So while you've been here, was it hard to keep in contact with your family back at home, or did you go by a calling card, or did you use the internet?
Yes, just the technology is great. Here we have access to the internet 24 hours, and that's why I communicated with my parents by means of email, and I called them. Mainly I called them because it's less expensive to call from here than from Moscow, and I communicated with them this way.
You talk to them every day?
No, not every day. At first, when I first came, I talked to them, practically. I wrote emails every day. I tried to call them like as much as possible, but then just...
You kind of settled in a little bit and felt more comfortable around people.
Yeah, that's right.
Are they excited that you're here?
Yes, they are excited because, well, first of all, it's the opportunity to see the world, how other people live, to see different culture, different people. Somehow it enlarges your world outlook. It enriches your knowledge, just everything.
So where exactly in Russia are you from?
I'm from capital, from Moscow.
Moscow.
And it's a huge city.
And you went to Moscow State Pedagogical University?
Yes.
Angelica Mikhailova was recently here. Did you happen to meet her?
Yes. We spent a lot of time together. We traveled together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you happen to attend any of her sessions that she was held in the McGill Library?
No, actually, I didn't have any chance because she usually gave lectures on Monday evening, and I had class. I had a night class. But she was talking about Russia, and I know it.
Well, you have any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I have a sister. She's 16, and she's already waiting for me.
Is she thinking of coming to the United States to go to school?
Well, I don't know, because her major is not linguistics, not language. But I write to her emails and letters in English somehow to motivate her. But she's not very good at it. But she's doing her best. She's in economics.
Oh, okay. So have you changed since you've been here in the United States?
Yeah, I think that when I come back to Russia, to Moscow, I will go and say hello to everybody. And people look at me and say that I'm crazy. Yeah, actually there was a guy here probably 3 years ago who said, I would like to continue this, to say hello to everybody in Moscow. But in Moscow he gave it up. He said no. Yeah.
Oh.
So how long exactly have you been here in the United States?
We left Moscow on August 15th.
August.
We stayed 4 days in New York and then came here.
Did you like New York?
Yeah, it was great because we saw a lot of New York in movies and heard a lot, and it's impressive. It's huge buildings. Just everything is. It's a metropolitan city.
A lot different than Magnolia.
Yeah, Magnolia is very quiet.
How different is Magnolia from Moscow?
Well, it is different. It is a lot different. First of all, Moscow is a huge city. It's a capital, and the population is about 12 million people. So, and it has cultural life there is richer. So we have a lot of theaters, cinemas, clubs, lots of exhibitions, and lots of places to visit, lots of sites, historical places. Here it's all very quiet, but for studies, for your research, it's heaven.
So did you have any problems when you were getting ready to correct your schedule or make your schedule? Or were you surprised at the way that our school system is run compared to Russia?
Yeah, I was really surprised because when we came to Dr. Watt, we didn't know what subject to choose because we could choose any subjects we liked. Because here we like exchange program, we don't have any major here. We're just practicing English. And Dr. Watt gave us the schedule. We looked at it and said, what are we supposed to do with this? He said, like, you can choose, you can take any subjects you like. And actually we felt as if it was a menu in a restaurant, turning the pages, okay, I would like to take this, I would like to take that. It was because we do not do this.
Yeah, so
We
so how is the system? Do they have a set schedule already made for y'all that you
Yeah.
have to abide by?
Here, you enter the school and you can choose your major, you can change your major. In Russia, in Moscow, we are supposed to choose our major before you enter the school, the university. And you choose your major, as I've chosen, my major is linguistics, I've chosen, and I have some special subjects, special classes that I'm supposed to take, not to take, they are given to me, so you come, you see the schedule on the board, so it is not like this here, that you choose, take subjects, and then take majors, and you cannot drop a class. That was really an interesting experience. I work in an office, and some students came and said, well, I want to drop this class. I'm like, what, half a semester has gone already, and they dropped some classes now here. We are not supposed to do this.
Okay.
What's your favorite class that you took at SAU?
Mass communication.
Really?
Yeah, I'm taking seriously.
Was it the instructor, Mr. Repper? Did he help you in understanding the ropes around Southern Arkansas and around the campus, around the community and the city?
Yeah, his techniques are extraordinary, I'd like to say, and he reminded me of the professor. Have you seen the movie Dead Poet Society? He has some different techniques, and the way is that Professor Rapid tries to turn students into the world, because many students here, I remember, they concentrate only what's going on here, or just in some very close areas. And he gave us the opportunity to look into the world, what's going on in other countries, some very debatable issues. It was pretty interesting, though we had to do a lot. Math quizzes, term papers, exams.
Yeah.
Well, how did you end up picking SAU since you're in school here?
How I picked it?
How did you choose?
I didn't pick it. Our university has this exchange program, and that's the only university that we have exchange with.
Oh, okay.
So when you got here in the United States, was it kind of hard to understand the language that most Americans speak, compared to what y'all speak?
Yeah, at first it was very difficult. Well, we came to New York, you know that in New York and also they speak differently, they have different accents. It was pretty easy to understand them. Here it was very difficult. And at first I said, well, should I know this language or not? I've been studying it for 6-7 years and I cannot understand. But practically all this is because we were taught standard English, what is called the standard English. And we were taught some slang words, but as slang, as phenomenon, it is constantly changing, and we didn't know a lot of slang words, what students are talking about. For example, when we came, people were saying, what's up? We're like, what am I supposed to answer to this question? I don't know. But then we realized that people, what's up? They answer, what's up, or not much, or
yeah, basically means how you doing.
How you doing, yes. But first we couldn't understand. Or the first word we also learned was chilling.
Chilling.
Yeah, chill out, something like this. Slang words.
You want to go back to Russia and talk to your friends like that? They probably laugh at you, though.
It depends upon my friends. I think that I've used to these words, and I'm gonna use them in my everyday life, even with my family and with my sister. But I will teach some of my students from the university some slang words.
Well, what about the other exchange students that you came here with, Masha? Do you all speak German when you're here, or do you speak your language here, or do you speak the English?
Basically, we speak Russian, but sometimes when we spend too much time apart in classes or just somewhere apart, we gather in our room, we live 3 together in one room, and we begin speaking English, like switch off the lights, we're blind girls. well, I can speak Russian. We tried at first, as our second language is German, we tried to speak German, but then we gave up.
Is German hard to learn?
If you know English, it's not very hard, but grammar is different a lot.
Was it hard to learn Southern language? We have an accent.
Yeah.
So, was
Yeah.
that different to learn? Like, you went to New York first, and they have a totally different accent than we do. Then to come down here and
Yeah, it was different, and we have a speech class. And at first, when students were giving their speeches, introducing themselves or about their favorite kind of, about their habits, about their hobbies, we couldn't understand what they were saying. I remember once a guy was talking, and I told my friend Masha that he was talking about radio. She said, no, he's talking about some kind of sports. I said, no, it's radio, no sports. And then it turned out that he was talking about rodeo.
rodeo.
Oh, rodeo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So, what's the most significant thing that you've learned here at SAU? What are you going to take back with you? What's most important?
I think community. I'm glad that I've experienced it because we don't have campus. That students, they commute to the university every day from home to university. So it takes me an hour and a half to get to the university and an hour and a half to get back. So we don't live on campus. And here, I've experienced the social life when students have different organizations, fraternities and sororities. We don't have them. And they organize different events like basketball events, like Midnight Madness, I remember, and different kind of social life, extra classes activities.
Right.
That's what I liked a lot about this,
Are you going to miss that when you go back to school?
of course.
Well, with your major, you said it was linguistics. What do you plan to do when you go back?
When I come back, I have, first of all, I have to take all my exams on the classes that I've missed through this semester. So I will have a hard time, really, because now I have finals. I go back, I have to cover in 3 days all the materials that they've learned through a semester. And then I'm writing my graduation paper, and I'm graduating in June. I'm getting my diploma.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Are you ready for it? Or is it just kind of went by so fast?
No, I'm really ready for it because I've been studying for 5 years already.
Yeah, so the system in Moscow, I was talking to you earlier, you said that you all have to attend school for, is it 5 years to graduate?
Yes, now we have 2 systems. Actually, 5-year education is typically Russian education.
Okay.
But nowadays, there appeared this American and Western system that you study 4 years, you get bachelor degree, and then 2 more years, you get master's degree. But I've chosen this 5-year system.
What do you plan to do when you graduate from college?
When I graduate from college, whether I will find a job or I will continue my education, trying to get another degree, or probably come back to the United States if I don't have a lot of problems.
So if you decided to go back to school and continue your education, would you consider coming back to the United States to do such?
Yes, I'd love to. If I can have some scholarships or organize something, I'd love to.
What would you say to any future foreign exchange students in Moscow wanting to come to SAU? Would you motivate them?
Attend Mr. Rappert's class.
That was really important to you to go through that.
Yes.
Wow.
So the Christmas break's coming up. What are your plans when you go back to Moscow? Is it straight study and trying to graduate, or do you plan to take a break for a few weeks and talk to your sister since she said she's waiting on you?
I think that I will have no breaks. I will have no breaks. We'll have some breaks for Christmas. We don't have, we have Christmas on January the 7th.
Okay.
But we celebrate New Year, that is December 31st to January the 1st. So it's kind of family holiday, stay with your family. And that's the time when I will spend with my parents. But actually I have to do a lot, just taking all the exams.
Have you met a lot of new friends here at SAU?
Yeah, I've made a lot of friends, really nice people, and whom I think that I'll miss a lot. But we'd like to continue our correspondence.
Wow.
to keep in touch.
Yeah.
So what kind of differences do you see that is visible in the United States as opposed to Moscow? Is it the atmosphere, the temperature, the weather?
Well, if you mentioned the weather, actually, in Russia it is 15 degrees minus 0, centigrade.
Uh-huh.
So it's quite cold, and I'm happy to escape it, even for some short period of time. So when I come back, it's going to be a lot of snow. It's going to be very cold. But the difference is here in everything, in culture and mentality, in people, in how people treat other people. But I think that in the United States it is also different, and I managed to experience different sides of the United States, like northeastern part, and here southern part. And here I've heard a lot about southern hospitality, and it's true. And people here are very nice and very polite, very friendly. When we came, we didn't expect it. We were somewhat like in Moscow. Moscow is a huge city, and nobody cares about you except your close friends, close relatives, because everybody's in a hurry, trying to make money to keep their family, and nobody cares. But here, people care about you. You can see that everybody's friendly, wishing you.
So besides coming back for school, you was considering, is there any other time that you would think that you would come back to the United States, maybe just to visit, to visit the Northeast, like you said, just go on a vacation or something?
I'd love to, but as I've told already, the situation with visa is not very good. That's why it's difficult to get visa just to travel.
So it's complicated to get credit cards when you get ready to travel.
Yeah, but it is difficult to get visa because, well, actually, in the embassy they're afraid that you can stay in the United States.
Okay.
And before going to my interview, I was advised to take a picture of some man, to tell him that you have a boyfriend here, you're going to marry, so that they knew that you're not going to stay in the United States.
Okay.
So that something keeps you in Russia, something so that you will return.
What will be your lasting impression of SAU? What will stick in your mind the most? People. Actually, I really like the way people's attitude to us, because as I've told, it's a community, and we know a lot of people here. They are ready to help. They're very helpful, and most of all, I'll miss people a lot. Just systems. I like the system of education here. Some classes. Well, if you could describe one word, or say one word to describe your SAU Magnolia experience, what would it be?
Memorable.
Memorable.
So what has your experience been like since you've been here? Did you enjoy, I hope you did, coming that you're from Moscow, and that the United States did leave a lasting impression on you.
Yeah, I've had a great time here. First of all, we traveled. I visited Louisiana, there with New Orleans, Lafayette. We went to some cities here, Lafayette, El Dorado, Shreveport, Texarkana, and we've been to New York, and now I'm going to Boston. And I've seen different parts of the United States, which is really interesting because it's different. We didn't always see, like the show in movies, expensive parts in New York, but we've seen some other parts of American life.
Well,
and
Mila,
I'll miss food.
Well, Mila, we want to thank you and wish you the best of luck on your journey as you continue to fly back and continue your education when you head back to Moscow. We want to thank you for watching the SAU Report. I'm Jordan Babineaux.
And I'm Mary Ligon.
The SAU Report is a production of broadcast journalism students in the Department of Theater and Mass Communication at Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.